Now, on this path of awareness, shifting into awareness, this platform, we don't adhere to one practice. We don't bring it to hours and the hours and things like. We explore the whole thing. If you see, there is nothing that we don't explore here. We can sit and even talk, discuss on any religion and experience God through that. There is so much of openness. It is not very rigid. We never want to create any boundaries here, like hours and theirs. And I would say seekers of awareness means they're so aware of the secrets behind all these things. They are not caught up at the superficial level. They are seeing beyond the superficial. So when somebody is deeply aware, they know from where the source is coming from. From there, they can find and relate to any religion, any path, any guru's teachings, and find it's all similar. Here you see, we can explore Tantra also and simplify it. Tantra, they say it is one another path. I don't think, because Tantra means simply different tastes. Tantra simply means experience. Tantra is not a method. Tantra means experience. That is why Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, you see all the 112 methods, it is all about experience. It's not about knowledge, it's not about some doing some practice. 112 methods all are experience only, straight, being aware. It's all about awareness. So that's the essence of Tantra. And Tantra doesn't specify itself as one religion or one practice, it's everything. You can see even Tantra being practiced in Sufism, all the Sufi masters. Like Tantra is simply the union of the gross and the subtle, the union of the unconscious and the conscious, the union of the ego and the soul. Simple. Don't complicate these things. It's very, very simple. All these things are very, very simple. Hundreds of concepts. You take about Karma Yoga. There is a I ego and there is another ego. When I comes, there is another. So you see another and you as same. God in me, God in that. What are you trying to do? Union. You're trying to merge. You become trying to become one. You're not seeing any difference between the other. That is called service. Serving without conditions. Nishkam Seva. It leads you to a deeper bond of love, because opposite of love means diversity. Where there is a barrier, that is opposite of love. So immediately there is me and you, and then there are differences and all. That's not love. When one is able to see each other without any difference, without even the barriers of gender, without even the barriers of species, that is called unconditional love. Huh? That is Sanatan. Unconditional love is not easy. Albert Einstein is talking about unconditional love actually, because that is the basic force. What you call as God is this unconditional love. Simple terminology. When there are no conditions attached to that awareness, to that consciousness, when consciousness does not make any condition, consciousness making condition means ego has risen in it. If ego is removed from consciousness, if it merges back, consciousness has no division. Consciousness cannot put any confusion, any barriers. It cannot separate. So when it cannot separate, it considers everything as one only, non-dual. That is why it is called as unconditional love. The basic ingredient, the source. If you remove ego from it, it simply is love. Why love we are calling? Love means just a deep sensation of oneness. That is love. When we say I am in love with something, this thing, that thing, this one, that one, What happens if you clearly see that other person or thing is just a reflection? It connects you back to yourself. If you're not aware, you cannot watch this. You will feel you're in love with something or a person, but that person or thing is only stimulating something in you. Where does the love happen? You might say, I love that person, but where is the love brimming? Where is the experience happening? Subjectively. So you say, I love this thing. I love my pet. I love my house. I love my family. I love my relationships. I love my spouse, the other half, whatever. When you say that, I love, at that particular moment, when you deeply reflect and see, something happens very subjectively. Only thing, the cause of that subjective experience is an external source. That's all. That other person, place, or thing activates something within you, your heart. So that has become the reason for you to experience love within yourself. So that's so this whole funda of love. Love cannot be experienced objectively. Can we? We experience always love subjectively only. So if you deeply see, the whole experience is subjective. What keeps us from continuous experience of this love is the objectivities, ego. Because if the ego stays here in its place, it is experience love. Whenever we experience love, we are here. You see its presence, you come here. See, when you are deeply in love with someone, something, observe, you will be in the present moment. At that moment, you will be in the presence. See, people in deep love and all that, they'll be lost. You might say they are thinking of something. The more than thinking, they are thinking of someone, but that thinking leads to a stimulation here, the feeling of that love. They are actually experiencing that love. They are thinking, experiencing. It's a continuous process. But it feels like you're thinking, and that thing is love. That thing is generating love in you. Awareness has to turn here. Then only you'll see that. Because our awareness is outside, we are thinking it is there. So a person place things only helps stimulate that love in us, which is already there, but it is distracted. If ego is self-turned, if the I is self-reflecting, it is love. It can experience love because it is brimming love, but it can't see because the awareness has gone out. It's brimming love here. So it sees something and that connects it back here. So it becomes aware of this love. It's always brimming love, unconditional love, the soul. But because this attention is outside, it can't experience this. So it sees something, someone, falls in love with something, someone, and then it reflects back here. Then it experiences itself as love. So why can't it stay here? Staying here is Jivana Mukta. That's the state of self realization. You have realized that it's in the self here only. Why doesn't it? Because by nature the ego is running outside. Its attention is diverted by samsara. That is why the Shakti. Shakti is enjoying with the beloved. Sat and Chit Ananda is happening here. They are together here. But the moment Shakti looks out, she goes creating outside. She misses this. So what she's doing, the same thing what is happening to you and me. You look outside, you look in samsara, you create things, you run behind things. But whenever you go and experience something deeply, you connect to something, your passion, your goal, a person, thing, whatever. When you connect deeply, you become self-aware at that moment, at that particular moment. You are in passion, you are playing music. When you are playing music, you will be in deep happiness. What has happened? That music stimulated, you came back here. This is there always. But that music was the reason for you to divert the attention back here. If that music was not there, you would have got stuck in petty things continuously. So suddenly you remember music and you say, okay, let me listen to some music. You have relaxed. You have pulled all your attention from all the distraction and put it on the music which you love. Because music is your passion that connects you to our soul. We all have passions, different passions. For somebody it's art, somebody it's poetry. So whatever you love, when you connect to that, whatever you love poetry, you connect to poetry. That poetry connects you to that love because you love that. So poetry is a reason for it. That is why people are passionate about poetry. So they pursue poetry because poetry gives them happiness. In short, you can say poetry gives them love. Somebody pursues music. Somebody pursues dance. Whenever they are dancing, they are blissful. You see the people who are dancing, are blissful. People who are singing, they are blissful. Otherwise, why would they sing? Why would they dance? Because it's giving them pleasure. It's giving them happiness. It's giving them love. That is how people fall into different passions. They are chasing the passion and they are stimulating, they are using that thing to stimulate the love here. So, what is the secret? The secret is if you know how to look at the already stimulated love here and stay here, you don't need that. Are you getting it? You don't need that. Why do you need to go look into the mirror and see yourself? I don't know my beauty. I don't know how beautiful I am. So I have to look into the mirror to check. So in my mirror, I see my reflection and I smile. I'm looking good. So the mirror is just reflecting back to you your own goodness. Where is the goodness you feel? Where is the love you feel? Here only. Mirror is just a cause for you to reflect. So you take out that mirror, a person becomes a mirror for you. Same thing. Your passion becomes the same. Your goals, your hobbies, your interests, that becomes a mirror for you. You look at that, that reflects your own love, your own self. So anything that you're passionate about, we catch only that which we are passionate about. Why do we catch this? Because it reminds us of love. That is called as interests, passions, hobbies. So we, according to our natures, we all have different hobbies. Exactly the same. That is why we chase people. In people, we see our own reflection. Not everybody. Some people can show you your own reflection. Not everybody. We are a bundle of all emotions, bundle of all energies. Some people reflect our flaws to us. Some people reflect our anger to us. Some people reflect our hatred to us. Some people reflect our cunningness to us. In the same way, some people reflect our love to us. So there we choose people. Those who can remind us of love, we fall in love with them. Those who remind us of anything other, we hate them. That's all. It's the same thing. That's why it is deeply said that the world is a reflection. World is a reflection of us only. That's how it deeply means. This explanation I was not. Today I was sitting in Ramakrishna Mission and I was having these experiences, what I'm sharing. So I said, okay, I'll share this. This is a nice way to understand things about how everything is this reflection only. Whatever you look at is simply is what is looking back at you. The mirror looks back at you. Mirror doesn't have consciousness. It will only reflect what you want to see. You want to see beauty in you, it will reflect only that much. You are choosing that because mirror does not have consciousness. But you go to a person who has consciousness, they will reflect you as you are. He will not like that. So we are choosy. So we have friends. So we choose paths. We choose gurus. We choose selective teachings that reflects only the good in us. What teachings reflect the odds in us, we run away from that teaching. We run away from that masters. Yesterday, what I was trying to say. Why are we so choosy? Because we choose everything. We choose people in our life. We choose hobbies in our life. Only hobbies which reflect the good in us, we choose. People which gives the good in us, we choose. So gurus also, which reflects only the goodness we choose. Teachings, which reflects the goodness we choose. That is why we say authentic path like this. Very difficult because here we expose everything. Here there is no choice. Everything is just told. Whatever we are, it is all told openly. So that can become little difficult for people who are inauthentic. Authentic people means they are ready to listen to okay, all, everything, the goods and bad. Why? Because they want to find out. They want to see the teacher or the teachings or the platforms which can reflect and see the things which they are unable to see. So they take it as an opportunity. They don't get offended. They know this is for my good because there, when I see these things, I can change those shadows. That is what this 21 days is all about. You reflect deeply and you see the things that need to be healed. So, all these shadows that we see in this learning is deeply that which needs our attention. And on the spiritual path, I strongly believe this through experience. As you go deeper, shadows only will be shown again and again. So, we can't escape it because escaping means I'm not sincere to the path, I'm not authentic. So, whatever I escape remains there. I presume that it will go away. It will not go away. How can it go away? It's a part of my karma. Whatever I've given comes back and it's stored in me only. So I expose myself. This is all personal work because what is there to feel embarrassed? Because it's all internal. It all happens within us, right? We are not even telling anybody. We are not proclaiming to. You are not going and putting Facebook posts what you saw inside. So that doesn't matter. It's a personal thing. But even though it is personal, people do not have the audacity to face themselves. So that is one of the very deep shadow. One deep shadow that simply doesn't want to face itself. It is pretending. To to see through that shadow only is the greatest challenge. You see, entire lifetime we might remain running. But some point of time you agree. That is grace. Why grace? Because grace is giving you the hint where you got to do. Because then you free yourself. So you heal. Like we are seeing, I have grudges, I have this, I have that. I have unresolved issues. What are these? These are when we move away from that abstract called love. All problems are that only. So the path is all about love only. All the paths lead to love, including this marga, Arunachala Tattva. Arunachala Tattva gives you the wisdom of self-love. Bhagwan Ramana very clearly says that it gives the wisdom, it activates the wisdom in us and introduces us to ourselves. That is para bhakti. Apara bhakti is you are falling in love with a deity. Again, the same thing. Huh? Why do we choose deities? Because we love those attributes. What we love only we will choose. If I'm in love with only my passions of strength and power and vigor and courage and things like that, I only love that. I don't want to look into any other flaws of mine. I love Hanuman. That will become my Ishta. If I'm very pleasant in nature, I love the pleasantness in me, I love the calmness in me, I'll choose towards Ram, for example. If I'm very outrageous, outgoing, and want to be very passionate, full of Josh, enthusiastic about the spiritual path, you might love Durga or even Shiva. These are Ugra forces. So we fall in love again according to our own tendencies. These are all gunas. And these gods also have gunas. So if you are in love with your presence, which is nirguna, you will fall in love with the nirguna. Our whole goals and passions simply reflects us. What we are, we get attracted to that only. So Gods and deities, you fall in love with them. But what do? They remind you of devotion only, ultimately. All the gods, irrespective of whatever attributes they have, they will bloom love in you. That's devotion. Bhakti means what? Devotion. Bhakti means oneness. So whenever you get connected with any of your Ishta or Guru and anybody, you feel love. What happens when you connect with your Guru? You feel love. That is why you're connecting with him. Come on. If you don't feel love, why will you connect with the Guru? So every time it stimulates you. That's why I say it's like alcohol only. Any mantra, I feel good. I feel peace. I feel love. So I'll repeat it. Anything that stimulates ecstasiness, a divine bliss, we love that. So meditation might stimulate an ecstatic thing in you, or a deep bhakti with some ishta might stimulate ecstasy in you, blissfulness in you, or even pornography might do that. It's simply the object of returning back and stimulating an experience. See, that is the whole thing, even about Kama Sutra and things like that. It is simply exploding here. It is using another object. Same funda. Using another object, but where is the blissfulness happening? Where is the orgasm happening here? It's a subjective orgasm. But we always project this as objectively. It's not. We are always connecting. Like I started from the start, what I'm telling, everything we are connected, they are only causing a reason for us to explode here. What is samadhi? It's an orgasm. When Shiva and Shakti meets, what is that Shiva and Shakti meeting? When your attention is not gone there, it's here. You feel blissfulness. You have seen Bhava Samadhi, people in Bhava Samadhi, eyes rolling up and hands trembling and tears flowing. What is that? They're having an orgasm, cosmic orgasm. Simple. They are in deep love with themselves. They're exploring their own. That is what we are talking about, beloved. All that we talked about, beloved. Rumi talks about this a lot. This is the path of love. It returns us to that state only. Whatever path you follow, see, even Kama Sutra, even Tantra, this kind of Tantra also leads you there only. There is no path that takes you somewhere or is creating a divergence. So people who are aware will simply understand the commonalities in all these things. You can't see anything different here. You look little deeply, you will see, it is going there only. Okay, then you will understand. Okay, okay. Technically, this is how the process is in this path, this path, this path, but it's leading there. So, Jnana Marga, when you come to the Jnana Marga also, it explodes the wisdom in you. It introduces to yourself. Who am I is what? Self introduction. So it's like you are chasing all the gods outside, all the gurus outside, and then who am I comes to you. It's telling, find out who you are, the chaser. Who's this chaser? Chasing gods. Who's this devotee? It's not talking about your devotion anymore now. Who am I? It is not glamorizing the teachers or the gods or deities, anything outside objectively. It is asking, who's this one who's getting glamorized, who's experiencing devotion, who's experiencing bhakti? Who am I? I am a Shiva Bhakta. Self knowledge is not interested about your bhakti, Shiva Bhakti. It is not even interested about Shiva. Okay, get that clear. It is interested in that I which said first, I am a Shiva Bhakta. Who is that I? So it will turn all your attention back to that one only. Because when you turn back here only, you can understand love is here. Your destination is here. You are simply going and pushing those buttons there. Guru button, God button, path button, religion button, scripture button to experience God here. Every time you push a button there, you experience God here. Every time you use techniques to go into meditation in whatever name, mantra, yantra, tantra, You experience the bliss here. You experience the silence here. You experience God here. It's all here. So that is why in Jnana Marga, which is the final, which is very mature marg, it is not talking about any of the other objectives. It is simply telling, come to the point. Why are you running around and coming? Why do you have to go and beat around everywhere and come back here? Why can't you directly see who's this one who's experiencing it? Why can't you search for love where it is? Why can't you search for God where he is or she is? It's here. It's a subjective experience of that blissfulness. So that's how the Jnana Marga turns you here. And that is why Bhagavan Ramana says, when Jnana erupts, Bhakti erupts. That's why he says Jnana leads you to Bhakti. And that's why he says Jnana and Bhakti are not alag. They are not different. They are one and the same. Why it is one and the same? Because when you come here, you are turning to Parabhakti now, not Aparabhakti.